What are intellectual property rights for artists collaborating? Imagine creating a piece of art with a friend or fellow artist and wondering who owns what once it's finished. That's where intellectual property rights come into play. These rights are legal protections that help artists control how their work is used and shared. When artists work together, understanding these rights becomes essential to avoid confusion or disagreements later on. Copyright is the main part of intellectual property for artists. It gives creators exclusive control over reproducing, sharing, displaying, and making new works based on their original art. In digital art and illustrations, this includes the digital files, images, and even the software used to create them. When multiple artists collaborate, the work is often called a joint work, meaning all contributors usually share copyright ownership unless they decide differently beforehand. Licensing is another key aspect. It's a legal way to specify how others can use the work. For example, artists can agree on whether the work can be shared online, used commercially, or modified. Licenses can be exclusive, meaning only one person has the rights, or non-exclusive, allowing multiple people to use the work. Using clear licenses helps everyone know what they can and cannot do with the art. Having a written agreement or contract is very important. It should clearly state each artist's contributions, who owns what part of the work, and how profits or credits are shared. It also needs to cover what happens if the collaboration ends. Without a contract, disputes can happen over rights or usage, especially with digital art that can be easily copied or distributed. In digital projects, it's important to document who contributed what. This includes layered files, assets, or code. Artists should also respect software licenses because some tools or programs have their own protections. When working on digital art, knowing how to handle licensing and ownership is key to protecting everyone's rights. If artists want to share their work or use it in exhibitions or commercial projects, they should agree on licensing terms in advance. Creative Commons licenses are popular because they allow sharing and modification under specific rules, like giving credit to the original artist. For commercial use or creating non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, explicit permission from all collaborators is necessary. Emerging digital formats like augmented reality art can make rights more complicated because they blend digital and physical elements. It's smart for artists to define ownership rights clearly in contracts before starting these projects. Transferring copyright or selling NFTs does not automatically transfer all rights, so written agreements are essential. In the end, artists working together should always create clear written agreements about who owns what, how the work can be used, and how profits are divided. This protects everyone's rights, helps avoid misunderstandings, and keeps the digital art community fair and organized.